Okay, welcome back. This is a video about a 30-day detox, a 30-day challenge, a 30-day cleanse, 30 days of sobriety, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to talk about that and what you can expect and how to prepare for it. So maybe if it's your first one, you might be in for a little bit of trouble. It might be trying. I remember the first time I tried to do like a fast, just like a 24-hour fast, which is very, very conceivable to people who fast for different holidays and or just for nutrition purposes, health purposes. Fasting from, say, booze or going on like a cleanse is pretty hard if you do it regularly. Same thing too if you're trying to quit cigarettes or anything else. It's really difficult in the beginning, and it's really even difficult to just wrap your mind around it. So I'm going to give you some tips and some tricks to try to tackle how to get through the 30 days and how to approach the 30 days and how to get into the 30 days. So first of all is approaching the 30 days. So first of all, you have to, I think, be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you. Let your friends and family know. Maybe, maybe your friends also might want to do a 30-day cleanse. They might want to do like a sober October or a no fun November, or they might want to do a New Year's resolution or something like that. So always reach out to other people and see who else can you recruit to do it with you, because it's a lot more helpful if you know that somebody else is doing it and you have somebody that you can talk to about it. Besides me, you can definitely talk to me about it. You can always comment down in the section below. But it's always good to have somebody to go on a journey with, right? Because nobody really wants to be alone, unless you're extremely introverted, but that's a whole nother topic. So approaching the 30 days is going to take a lot of honesty, right? So we want to make sure that we are on board with our friends and family and letting them know what we intend to do. So my advice for starting 30 days is kind of just easing your way into it, seeing how you fail, observing what your triggers are, observing and being very mindful of what it is that might set you off to go have a drink. Being very observational and mindful of the patterns that you have, the habits that you have. What do you do? Why do you drink? Who do you drink with? Who are your main drinking partners? Do you drink with lunch? Do you drink with brunch? Do you drink with dinner? Do you drink during the game? Do you have drinking games during the game? Observe your patterns. Maybe kind of just write them down. Maybe just have one sheet of paper, 8.5 by 11 piece of printer paper, and just some random observations. Maybe start off that top part with, when do I drink and why do I drink? Do you drink just to unwind after work? Do you hit a happy hour and then you have a cocktail or two? Does it become 3? What is the reason why you drink for happy hour, if you drink happy hour? Do you always have a beer with dinner? Do you always have a vodka martini for lunch? Do you always have a mimosa for brunch? What is it? So identify what it is that you drink and why you drink, when you drink, with whom you drink, where you go. Recognize the pattern so that you can be smart enough to essentially fool yourself. You got to be smart enough to curb your own, alcoholism or drinking patterns. I know we don't want to call ourselves an alcoholic or identify with alcoholism, but essentially you're watching this video. It might be the reason, that might be one of the reasons why, is maybe you have an addictive personality, maybe you're an alcoholic, maybe you're just struggling with booze, maybe it's a coping mechanism, maybe you had a loss in the family, whatever the case may be. So now with all that being said, we've been honest with our friends and family, we've identified some habits, some triggers, why we drink, with who we drink. And now going into the 30 days, you definitely want to start beforehand. Don't start on day one like, oh man, I wanted a bender last night, because as you know, your digestive system, it is not something that's just going to say, well, we got done drinking last night at 11 p.m., so that was it. Like, no, it's still in your system. It could be in your system for a day, 2 days, 3 days. So we want to make sure that we're really weaning ourselves off before we go into the 30 days. If you're typically having 3 drinks a day, which is kind of a lot, I think that might be the definition of binge drinking for men. If you're having that many drinks, maybe cut down to 2. then cut down to one. See if you could skip a day. See what you could, how hard is it to do just a day, or how easy is it to do just a day. And then also too, make sure you have some plans for how you're going to replace that time. Where are you going to go instead of happy hour? Are you going to come home and really tackle a book? Some books are going to take a long time to get through. Maybe in that month, in that 30 days, catch up on a book that you've been wanting to read, or a podcast series, or Netflix. You know, you don't want to necessarily replace an unhealthy habit with another unhealthy habit. So I'm not saying like come home and just veg out and smash a bag of Doritos and watch Netflix. But if you had to pick between the lesser of two evils, I guess do the one that's going to make you feel, I guess, psychologically a little bit better, and maybe do less detrimental damage to you in the long run. So if we have to pick Doritos over booze, I guess that's what we have to do. But I'm not advocating that, and you know, make the right decisions. Maybe a book, that might be better. Maybe join a club. See if there are any activities that you can join. Your local library, there's a lot, you know, they have local funding. They have all your tax dollars are going into the public library system. They usually have like adult education classes, like continuing education classes. Maybe you want to learn how to cook, or you want to learn how to, you want to learn photography. Maybe you want to learn how to make a video blog. Maybe you want to brush up your resume. Maybe you want to look for some new jobs because you found yourself in a rut. Find something to replace the time which you would have been spending at, say, a bar. Think of what your replacement drink is going to be. Last night, for example, my fiance, it was her birthday, and everybody came over, and everybody brought booze. And I'm right in the middle of a 30-day. I mean, not right in the middle of the 30 days. It just started a couple days ago. So I started my 30 days the day after Thanksgiving. So I went cold turkey on the day that I had the most cold turkey. So that was, maybe that can be an annual celebration, cold turkey and cold turkey day, right? And then, so I didn't just go cold turkey off of alcohol. I went up cold turkey off of cigarettes, which I don't really have a big problem with. I had a friend in town the day before Thanksgiving, and I had about 4 cigarettes on that day. So, how are you going to replace it? What are you going to drink instead? Maybe you're going to have a mocktail. Maybe you're going to have, you've been really wanting to dabble with some tea. Maybe there's some good local tea around you, or something you've been seeing in the grocery store. Maybe you want to make yourself, I like non-alcoholic ginger beer. It's spicy, kind of goes through the nose. You can even cut yourself up a little lime. Maybe a probiotic drink. Something that actually might be good for you. Replacing something that was bad for you if you're going this way with booze. Maybe start slingshotting your way back the other way. Maybe start incorporating, definitely start incorporating some vitamins back into your diet. I can't stress enough, when I was drinking a lot and doing God knows what, I was always mindful of what my diet was. I didn't eat poorly, except for sometimes at 4 a.m. in an emergency situation. We all know what that's like. But also too, I was very mindful to have liquid vitamins and minerals, 2 separate things. I always have fish oil, flaxseed oil, always eating healthy with the olive oil, and avocados, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, things like that. And that did take some time to get to that point. If you're eating like crap, I can't expect, and I don't know if you can expect yourself to just all of a sudden make a total 180 and go the other way with your diet after, quitting and binging, and then going on a 30-day challenge. So whatever you have to do for the 30-day challenge, do it. Make sure that you get yourself prepared to get into that 30 days so that when it starts, it's not so difficult and you don't find yourself failing on the second day. Tell yourself you don't need it. You don't need the drink. You really don't need it. I've always regretted, and you too, comment below, have you always found yourself regretting the next day? Maybe not always, but probably a large percentage of the time when you thought like, maybe I should just stay in, and then you didn't. And then the next day you probably think to yourself, I should have just stayed in. Stay in. Seriously, catch up on Netflix. Tell your friends you're taking a month off. If they don't respect that decision and they're not willing to be there for you and be supportive of you, are they really your friends? That's a big question. That's a real question though for you. If your friends are misery and they love company and they can't keep their misery separate from you, are they really your friends? Are they really doing you a service, or are they doing you a disservice? So really kind of cross-examine that. So in the 30 days, the first day is obviously going to be hard, but if we're just quitting booze, do we also need to quit something else? Do we have a trigger? Are cigarettes going to trigger wanting booze? Is too much coffee going to trigger wanting booze? Do you have a stressful job and you need to let off some anxiety? Do we need to now go to the gym instead of having happy hour? Do we need to blow off some steam at the gym? Maybe make some new friends. Try smiling at some strangers when you're at the gym. Everybody's kind of in the same boat, especially after work time and all the machines are taken. Everybody's kind of in that same boat. We just got done with work. We want to take care of ourselves. So you're surrounded by a bunch of human beings who also want to take care of themselves and their bodies. So maybe smile, strike up a conversation. Instead of striking up a conversation with somebody in a bar stool next to you, strike up a conversation with somebody who is in the treadmill next to you, or at the elliptical next to you, or in the fly machine next to you. Maybe ask somebody to spot you if you want to do some benching, get back into that. Maybe just hire a personal trainer. Seriously, how much money would you spend on booze in a month? Let's say you only spend $10 a day on booze times 30 days. Is that unrealistic? $10 a day? That's 2 beers at a bar, at a sports bar. 2 beers plus tip. How much does a 6-pack cost of a craft beer nowadays? $12? You go through 6 of those a day? I hope not, but you might. Maybe you're working out in the garage doing whatever. $10 a day times 30 days, $300 in a month that you're gonna save. What could you do with that $300? You know how much personal training costs a month at a good gym? About $300, $200, maybe more, maybe less. But you could hire somebody to really talk to them, and they could teach you about diet, they could teach you about nutrition, and they can help you get through your fitness goals. And they will be somebody who is taking their life seriously, taking their health seriously. They may or may not drink, but you will be focused and you'll be motivated to get through it. So day 2 might also be extremely difficult for you. So we talked about day 1 is going to be extremely difficult, but that's why we're trying to replace. So we're not thinking about booze, especially if it's been in your system for so long. If it was on Monday, you had some, Tuesday, you had some, Wednesday, you had some, happy hour. Now it's Thursday and you're just like, oh man, the weekend's coming up. I just had day 1 on Thursday. And then tomorrow, the next day is going to be Friday. What am I going to do? And then it's like everybody goes out on the weekends. Well, you don't have to do what they're doing, okay? Make sure you're prepared. Make sure you have a plan. What's going to be your drink? You've already been honest with everybody. You're replacing the booze, going out to the bars with something healthy. Whatever you need to do to get through the hump. So day 2 might be difficult. I found that day 3, if I get through day 3, when I get through day 3, it's usually smooth sailing from there. You start to build that momentum. You really start to feel that momentum, and your body starts detoxing after that point. About day 3, the booze should definitely be out of your system. You should be feeling a little bit more clear-headed. You should be less irritable. Some of the health symptoms that you might have from drinking have cleared up. Maybe brain fog, maybe you're sleeping a little bit better, you're not so restless. Maybe you have more energy, and you naturally might want to calm that down with booze, but take some time. Do some reading, do some chores around the house. Catch back up. I'm sure you have something around the house that you haven't tended to. So get to it. Get out in the garage, clean it up, organize that closet, organize your contact list, your resume, your portfolio, whatever it is that you do, you want to get into, you want to learn a hobby, start learning that hobby. You're already on YouTube. Go learn how to grow some avocado trees, or how to knit, how to sew, how to play the piano, how to play an instrument. Start picking up back up that instrument that's collecting dust. Maybe you want to learn photography, hit me up, I'll teach you. I'm a photographer, videographer. I can't say those 2 words, but I do them both. So those are some tips for me for the 30-day challenge, and then when you get to it, so comment below, let me know that you got through it, or let me know what day you're on, day 5, day 7, day 12, and we'll be in it together. For me, I don't know what, today's the 29th. So today's the 29th, I started on the 26th, so today is day 3 for me. And I'll be going all the way to Christmas. So hopefully I'll be hearing from you. Hopefully you'll be subscribing to my channel, and then hit the alert, the little bell next to it, so you can stay up to date on the newest videos, because I'm going to be posting a lot in the next 30 days. This is part of my replacement, and it's a replacement for me, to help me and also to help you and make some new friends, right? So this is my treadmill. This is my elliptical, the internet. So hopefully that was helpful. Good luck. Talk to you soon.